This is the 15 macOS application that Reddit recommends. Now, the first application we're going to start is called Stealthy, and how you can see, I have an icon over here. Now, what this says, when I start recording my screen, sometimes you want to hide, your stuff, your desktop, your iCards and everything. Well, I can easily do it just by clicking this or clicking this, and it will automatically do it only when you record your screen. When you start recording your screen, this one will just go back to normal. It's a really useful application that I really love, especially when it comes to hiding your privacy and stuff like that, and it does everything automatically. So Stealthy has a plus. I can tell you right now that I'm going to use that from now on when I'm starting recording my desktop. Now, the next application is called Tuneful, and this one is a simple application. It's just a widget, and how you can see, you can put either on your notch over here, or you will have buttons and a small cover over there. Now, if I open Spotify, and by the way, this works with Apple Music as well, but if I open Spotify, how you can see here, I'm having all kind of things. Now, if I go to, for example, this song, how you can see, I can control it from here. I can control it from here. It gives you like an aspect. It gives you the cover of the song that is singing. You have that little thing here, like iPhones, that the song will visualization and stuff like that. But I can also change the song by pressing on this one. Really, really useful application. I really love it, and it makes my my macOS look a little bit cleaner. So the next application is called Swish. Now, what this application does, it creates a way that your trackpad can literally control your windows. So if you do have a MacBook, you have already a trackpad, but if you have a desktop like me, then you can buy a trackpad separately, or you can use the Magic Mouse because it has the two gestures and stuff like that. So what it does, let's say I want this window to move it over here. Well, I can just hold FN and just drag. Then I want this one, FN, just drag. I want to make it full screen, boom. Put it to the left, put it to the right. You can do whatever you want with it. It has a lot of gestures that you can use, 3 fingers, 2 fingers, stuff like that. Let's say I want to close it, I can put FN and then just minimize it if I scroll down. Or, how you can see, I can put it wherever I want here. But if I don't want to close it, I just want my fingers and I will close. This is what I put. It's really useful application, especially when you use a lot of apps together, right? Because it does improve the way you use your computer. It's fast to use, it's straight to the point, and it's free with Setapp. So if you don't want to try it, I'll leave a link in the description for Setapp applications, and you can subscribe there, and you can get this one for free with other applications that are really, really good. Now, the next application is for those people who came from Windows and this thing came from macOS and they have no idea how to use Finder and stuff like that. We have an application called Folders. And when you open this one, how you can see, literally this is like the file system of Windows on macOS. You can do the entire same thing. You can copy, you can paste, you can do whatever you want here. Documents and everything. It literally gives you like this familiar look for macOS, but look like Windows. It's a useful application, don't get me wrong. I think it's much easier to use compared to macOS here, especially because macOS is a little bit more, hit and miss. I actually like this application. It gives you the Windows vibe, but at the same time it's actually useful. So I use this application. Well, I started to use it more and more and more. It didn't replace Finder for me, don't get me wrong, but I'm still using it more and more. Now, the next application is called Free Office, and it literally says, well, does what it says. And how you can see here, I got Text Maker free, Plan Maker, Presentation free, etc. The thing is that when you open it, it literally is Microsoft Word. I mean, you type and everything like in a Word and stuff like this. You can open Microsoft Word extension files and stuff like this. You can open PowerPoint presentation, you can open Excel thing, you can do whatever you want. And the idea is, it looks like Microsoft Word. It literally is Microsoft Word from the design. So for those of you who want to purchase Microsoft Office, but you can't afford it, these applications, they are free, completely free, and they look the same. So you will get the same functionality and you will feel like home using these ones. Now, the next one is for those one who love sports, and it's called MenuScore. And MenuScore stays right here, how you can see in the taskbar. And you can select which one you want. So let's go to, I don't know, NBA. You have here, but it's already finished. So maybe we have a game. No, all of them are finished. Well, the idea is you select what you wanna, what you wanna see. And you have pin to game to menu bar or pin to notch. and you can put it to your notch, and here you will have the live score of the game that you're watching for. You know, if we're watching like F1 races, for example, you can go to, I don't know, China. I chose another one, but who's care? Pin to notch, and you'll have here all the information from that, you know, F1, NBA, sport, whatever you want, football, etc. It's really useful, especially if you're watching a live game, because it will update literally the score live. So it will appear here on your notch if your team is winning, or break your laptop because it's losing. Now the next application is called Dropclock, and Dropclock, it's a really amazing application. When it got recommended, I never thought I was going to use it, but I tried it so I can see how it is, and it's a really amazing application. I started to use it almost daily. So the idea is very simple. When you click on it here, you will live on the taskbar, you go to preferences, you have some settings here, you know, you have some reminders, all kind of things, and you have timers, so all kind of stuff. But the beauty of this one is to set a timer, you press and, my bad, you press and you just go how much, and you just go, and you can put a timer so easily just by dragging. So for example, I can put 50 minutes, you give it a time, you know, or stuff, and let's call it this one recording, and I will have my timer here. I can click on it and I can see how long it has, or I can delete it simply, and that's it. You get every single thing that you want on a timer with just dragging. It's a really useful application. I never thought I would use it so much, but I actually use it way more than I thought. Now the next one is called DoubleMemory, and this one stays here in the taskbar as well. Now what this is a clipboard manager, sorry. So if I go on the internet, for example, and let's say I go on CNN, right? Even though I hate this website, but okay. So when I select here, for example, I can go on this one, and I want to copy this one, right? I can either copy it, so Command C, but if I double press, you can see this one spell a little bit, and now I have it here. I can literally copy every single thing that I want. Text, image, pictures, double copy, and I have all the information here. Can go on Google and everything. The beautiful thing about it is if I can copy a link completely, and I will have the link here with the wallpaper, with the picture that was there. Every single thing that you wanted is there, so you'll know which one it is. It's a really useful application. I really love it because it's a really nice thing to have, especially when you just forget, you know, to what you did and stuff like this, and how do you want to go back. This one, it will stay here forever and you won't use your data. So yeah, DoubleMemory, it's amazing. Now the next application is called ButterKit. Now this one, it's a really useful application if you take a lot of screenshots. So how you can see here, you can drag your screenshot. I have multiple screenshots and everything, right? You can select which one you want. So for example, if I go to my desktop here, I have a screenshot with my logo from Tech for Life. Now I can add it over here. You can click on it and you can modify all kind of things like iPhone for App Store, iPad, if you want to look like an iPad, you know, all kind of things, like a Mac Store. So you can select all kind of things, you know, camera, how do you want it and stuff like this. You can make it in a way that it's yours. It will feel like yours. Now you can play a little bit with it and stuff like this, give it a little bit of look. You have like, here you go, you have multiple here, so image removal, generic device if you want to put it in somewhere else. But you do have the thumbnails that they already created it. You can add like a 3D effect, you can add like all kind of stuff. So for example, if I go here and I'll select this one and I will put, come on, here we go. You can literally like rotate it. You can make it in a nice 3D effect and make it yours. It's a really amazing application if you're making a lot of screenshots. I love this application and I started using it, especially right now for my thumbnails in shorts and everything. So it's a must. So the next application is called Monocle. The problem is that I have to disable my privacy so I can show it to you. So this application, when you open it, it stays here in the taskbar. That's it. But if I open a window here, let's make it shorter so you'll see what I'm talking about. How you can see everything behind me is blurred. If I open this one, everything behind this one is blurred, but the window from earlier disappeared. So this is what it does. It blurs everything for maximum concentration on what you're doing. No more stuff, no more distraction, no more flipping. This application is meant for you to stay concentrated on one app and you go from here. Now it does have some settings where you can see here, and you have hide over ASLA, but you have gradient. So for example, this one will just blur on the bottom, but on the top you will still see it. But if you want full maximum concentration, you have full screen here, and you can concentrate on one app, do your thing, do your homework, do your work, whatever you need to do on your Mac. This application for me, it's a must, especially for those ones who like, if you're like me and you're working and then you have like TikTok or YouTube running here, this is a must so you can concentrate on one thing. Now the next application is called Appcleaner, and this is an uninstall application. So this is how you uninstall apps. The only thing is that this application will literally get rid of all the extra files that you have on your Mac or the files that they have there and stuff like this. So let's search for Spotify, for example, right? So if I want to uninstall Spotify, I drag it here, it will be searching. How you can see, I will delete the Spotify app, but it will also delete all kind of files that this application made on my computer. So remove, and that's it. And let's call, I don't know, let's say video paper from here. I will drag it. How you can see, it will delete the application, but it also removed the files that this application created. So it's perfect to make sure that when you're uninstalling an application, everything is gone, not just the icon. Now the next application is called MenuMeter, and what this is more for like nerds who like seeing everything that their computer are doing. So how you can see, you have CPU, disk, memory, and network, and you can choose which one to display and which ones to not. And here you have like vertical bar, horizontal bar, how you wanted to show it here. Now how you can see, if I click on it, you can see that I have an Apple M4 processor, and I can see everything that is taken, is using my processor and everything. I can have a percentage here of what I'm using, and this is just for this one. Now this is just for the GPU, I'm sorry. Now let's keep a percentage. I go to disk and I have the same thing. I go to memory and I use like a bar, for example, and here on the bar I can see the bar here with my memory and everything. So it's a nice way for you to check out what's using your Mac, how much memory you have left, what's the processor working at, and everything simple from your taskbar. Again, MenuMeters, if you're a geek and you like this stuff, you have it there. Now the last application we're going to show you guys is called DeskRest, and it's simple how it is. So how you can see, you have some settings here, check for updates and everything. So if I start DeskRest, you have 20 minutes. So how they're going by the science, right? You get 20 minutes of work, you need to take some break. So how you can see here, in 19 minutes and 58 seconds, it will update it. But if I go to next break now, this is how it will look like. My entire screen will go into this rest your eyes, refresh your mind. Gentle reminder to protect your vision and boost focus. Take a moment, your eyes deserve it. And you get 20 seconds rest. You can put longer rest and stuff like this, but if you do want, just a little bit of rest, you can stay by default, 20 seconds rest, look around, stuff like this. It makes a noise when it's finished, and now you're back into the meeting and you can go and work again. So yeah, this is the 15 application that Reddit recommend. I do hope you guys like it. If you do like it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.